Tonight's coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
One of the showstoppers in the league. A nice catch there by Tyreek Hill. How about this for a statistic? 6 seasons, 6 Pro Bowls, and this guy continues to be one of the game-breaking players in the NFL. Now using his speed down south in Miami after his first 6 years in Kansas City.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On second and 11 now. Tua. His throw incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Tyus Bowser blowing that play up. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security.
And he coughed it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
It's not exactly round and round we go. But I'm looking at the poor defenses. All right, back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly, and you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change, get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now, but if this keeps up, you're going to have two very angry defenses. You want the offense to take care of the ball.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one complete to Hill. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Tua sets up to pass it. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
And going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards. We're scoreless after 1. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Mostert. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now Tua. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Jackson now. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Ravens had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Now Jackson on first down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long 4th and goal.
This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you even call this an off day anymore, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On On third down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. To throw again is Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. That's complete left side to Bateman. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Jackson running again. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Adolphe showed off the pass rush skills. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down. Jackson. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Dancing to his left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. From the gun, it's Tua. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. A run with Mostert up the middle. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to pass. Tua. He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Touchdown! Odell Beckham. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On the double. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, here's Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Tua now on first down. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He was looking for Raheem Mostert there, and that'll bring up second down. Play action. Now it's Tua on the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Big Raekwon Davis, the man fighting in for that sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Dobbins. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Man, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. In motion, Hill. After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and they will remain well behind. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.